Let's get started here and then we'll...
Yeah, go ahead.
get a phone. Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I will call the Casson Park Board. It's been a long day. Casson Park Board meeting to start here. Has anybody had a chance to look over the minutes? Any questions, any changes, anything that we need to discuss?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from last month.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
And a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, got it. Call to order, approve the second. So, right, new business, Casson Aquatic.
We'll try to make this quick. I kept it pretty broad, but everyone's got a little packet of numbers as far as kind of like how, it's basically covering, you know, your daily fees, the rentals, the swim lessons. If you guys want to thumb through it, look at the numbers. I don't think there's any question that we did not have a very good year. Beside the fact of the maintenance issues that we put into the pool, but I think, it's evident through looking at these numbers that, we were down this year as far as visitations from the public. Whether that was due to weather or whatever. I know we had talked about some ideas for next season about maybe trying to promote the aquatic center a little bit more during, festival or the fair. I think that would be a great idea. Once we get to that point, maybe, after the first of the year, we actually get down to the nitty-gritty and figure out, what we would find acceptable for a discounted rate during those times, and maybe how we can try to attract more of the public to the pool. Does anyone have any questions with
the adult swim, how many people are actually showing up to that, or is it worth having any more, cost-wise?
Here's the deal, there's not many that show up, because that's first thing in the morning.
Yep.
There's,
What are the hours for that?
I think it's like 7 to 8, maybe?
Yep.
It's an hour. I know Tim and I had kind of thrown around some ideas. He went as far as wanting to do like a morning aerobics thing, seeing if that's something that we could draw the public. But the thing is with that, okay, we have to find someone to teach that.
What is the staff level though, in the morning?
It's like one lifeguard. That's all they have in the pool, is one lifeguard.
And there's nobody in the building?
No, the manager might be there, but that's,
Sure.
that they would be opening up, and so, I don't know, that could be something we could, toy around with as possible ideas for that adult swim. Give an option for, even if we did it in the activity pool, if they did some morning aerobics, and because you're not looking for deep water, you're looking for 4 foot deep water probably, but there again, we have to find someone willing to do that.
I think at one time in the past, we did have aerobics there.
So we have like the underwater dumbbells and stuff like that, and we still have them.
Okay.
So I don't know, Tim had thrown around maybe talking with Community Ed on that, and
Yeah.
seeing if
Mhm.
there's something that we can work with them, and
Yep.
so that's, that could still be a work in progress. We can reach out and see what kind of things.
When they go to adult swim, if they don't have a pass, they pay the daily rate?
Yeah, I think so.
There's
Okay.
No, there's a
line for that?
Where is that
there's an
at?
actual,
So it looks like a little over $700 for the year.
Is how much we made.
Income. for that, yeah.
Okay, versus if you have one lifeguard on duty every day, it happens 5 days a week, times 9 weeks, 45 days, 45 hours at $18 an hour, so you're still making money, but, yeah, hopefully, right?
It is probably difficult for people to find the time to do that swim in the area, so I mean, it's kind of a nice thing, probably.
I mean, I would say just our presence of going up there in the morning and doing our duties with the mechanical side, it's mostly retired
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, most people are already at work or getting ready for work, so.
Yeah, I was tempted to a couple times this summer, and I probably should have, but I never made it up there.
Better for you than running.
Have we had any more talks about maybe trying to see if Manorville wants to help fund some of our pool maintenance and stuff, so that we can have them be part of the residential?
I think we should have that talk. I don't know how to go about it. I'm gonna have to meet with Tim on that, but
Yeah,
I think it's silly that we're Cass and Manorville. Why wouldn't they be part of the resident fees? Now, obviously, yes, I understand that they have to chip in to some extent or whatever, but I don't, has it been brought up in the past? Do you guys know?
well, people were concerned about the pool closing, and a lot of those complaints were coming from non-residents
Okay.
this summer. So, and if they're from Manorville, then maybe if we had the opportunity to work with their council to have them chip in something, then we could circumnavigate that and have them have that family membership. Might see our numbers go up, if they're resident. Looks like our family residents went down 13, non-residents went down 9. That's $4,500. Maybe that might be an incentive to get them back.
I don't remember any conversations prior that, to try to, bring Manorville in because, different tax base. It all goes back to whose taxes pay for the pool.
Well, if their taxes are gonna pay for it, then we would allow it. Just like we
Right.
talked about maybe including Byron at some point, because they were having issues with their pool.
Right.
And then saying, hey, if you wanna pay us a certain fee,
I know Tim had brought up the Byron thing. It's hard for me to believe that we haven't pushed the Manorville thing, and maybe there was that discussion at one point or not, I don't know, but I think it's something that we need to talk about. They have a new mayor,
New
it's probably,
council.
could be more of a possibility now.
The specific pool levy, is that expired now, or is that still part of?
same question, I think, I don't know.
If that's expired, that might be a good time to bring other people in, because then it's not,
Well, like the bond on the
Yeah,
pool
yeah.
expires
Next year.
next year, I believe. So,
then the Casson people who voted for that have gotten the benefit of the,
sure.
and then it might be a logical time to make a change.
So I'll sit down with Tim and we'll have to explore some ideas, and if it's me going to Manorville and presenting it, I mean, obviously I would prefer Tim with me,
Yep.
just, he's more of a numbers guy than I am, but, I just don't see why we wouldn't try to approach that.
What are pool credits purchased?
It's, when people purchase almost like a gift card that they can use for concessions or admissions. It's just like prepaid funds.
Okay.
That's putting it on their account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they get refunded that if they don't use it?
We still have, a lot of credit sitting on a lot of different accounts.
It just
right
gets
now.
carried over to the following year.
Yeah.
Especially if their card has changed or something too. You can't give them back money if if they lost their card and got a new one.
Yeah.
You're not there, can't get that back to that card.
Sure, yeah, no, that's,
Private rentals went down quite a bit.
Yeah.
How many were doubled up?
I don't think we had any doubled
None of
up.
them. Yeah.
So-
Do we think the allure is to just have the place to themselves?
I think that's what we're just gonna have to do.
Did we lose 8, did we possibly lose some because of the fact that we had it set up where you could have half the pool, and then they're like, well, I want it all or nothing?
I don't know, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
We haven't had to turn anyone away because of it.
Well, did we have anyone say, well, did anyone say, well, I want the whole thing, I don't wanna share it? That's what I'm wondering.
Everyone that signed up, yeah,
Wanted the whole pool.
wanted the whole thing.
So maybe we just ixnay that,
And
get
then
rid of it, and just go
look at the rates again for private rentals.
yeah.
Because we don't wanna lose money during private rentals, because we have a lot of staff there. Just trying to look at the big number, the big red numbers.
Yep.
And a lot of people come in the afternoon.
Is there any opportunity to offer more lessons, or do we usually fill up the lessons?
It's pretty much filled up.
Time-wise?
Time-wise, that's what I would say is, if we start offering more lessons, we're not gonna have the opportunity to do open swim as much.
Gotcha.
You have a lot of people coming in the afternoon.
Yeah. It was definitely a difficult year, I would say. And I think some of that was weather-based for sure.
Do you,
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think part of it too is, you know, we kind of put a bad taste in some people's mouth with what had happened with the closing of the pool and things like that. Well, we can get over that.
yeah.
Mhm.
It would be nice to know how many times, like a list of, like, when it closed and why,
Right, okay.
maybe, so,
Is that something you think we should start documenting?
yep. I think that way it helps us also know, like, how many staff did we send home? Did we, like, is part of the reason that we lost $5,000 in afternoon swims is because we closed early?
Right.
Or was it just attendance was low, like, what were some, more data kinda helps us dig into maybe why those numbers drop.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's gonna give us everything, but,
It'll help.
I mean, yeah. Maybe that helps us come up with a plan for the next manager and helping them be more successful when they do close. Because people are either gonna be mad or they'll be fine with it. You're not gonna make anybody
Well,
happy.
we'll never make everyone happy.
It's just like when school closes early for weather, Are there any programs you feel like are going really well?
Like as far as that pool.
Like, it looks like the family night had a decent little increase. If we rounded up to $5 for family night, do you think that would make a big difference? People are gonna shell out $5 just as easily as $4.
Well, and that's something, you know, and that's something that we should maybe look into, is increasing rates for certain things, you know. I think like our daily swim is fair,
Yeah.
you know, but family night swim, I don't see why we couldn't increase that to 5. I mean,
That's 5 per family?
Or per person.
I think it's per person.
During family swim?
Yeah.
And open swim is what?
7. Because I think like Rochester might be like 10.
Yeah, we wanna keep it below Rochester, I
Right,
think.
we can't,
Because we're not selling it out.
Right.
If we were selling out the pool every day, then I'd say let's go with 10. Because we do that with the hockey rink. Hockey rink is now matched the same price as Rochester for Heist time because they can sell it. But
right.
if we can't sell it at $7, I don't think we raise it to $8.
But I think there's some things that we can adjust the rates to. You know, we'll have to revisit the private party rentals and talk about that and get rid of, you know, probably go back to just renting the whole facility. I still think we avoid using the concessions. I think that's a huge loss.
They bring their own cake and all that stuff.
It just doesn't make sense to have that many staffed for candy bars and pops, and you're not even certain that we're
Yeah.
gonna sell it, so.
Yeah. And looking at the totals for some of your food items, we talked about just having a more freezer room for freezer stuff, like the
Yep.
cones and stuff. That might not be a bad thing, 'cause you're making a decent profit there. I know you are making some on the slushies, but they're about even.
Right.
Looks like your best seller might be nachos and pizza and pretzels, so anything with cheese sells really well. That's good.
Yeah, I have no problem getting rid of the slushies and not doing anything, just getting more frozen.
Yep.
That makes it just a lot easier. Especially, forget the fact on our end, the maintenance of dealing with it, but just like getting folks in and out.
Yeah. Like, I'd even raise the rate of popcorn. I mean, 1,600 people bought popcorn. At $1 a bag, that's a pretty good deal.
They're pretty small bags,
Yeah.
but that could be something we can look at too.
What are we charging for pop?
It's $2.50,
$2.50?
and I don't think that's
Yep.
kosher to go any higher,
Yeah, the rink's $3.
so.
Candy bars are $2, chips are $3 at the rink. Just trying to compare prices.
My reading, so the expenses are $318 and income is $247, am I reading that right?
For the food,
Or for everything?
what page are you on?
So I'm comparing the one with the red on it, that's all income, is that correct?
Yes, that's all revenue. The expenses are the last two pages. It's 2025, and then, up to this point, and then 2024 is on the last page.
So it cost us $25,000 more to run the pool than last year.
And then we made $20,000 less as well.
So 45, roughly.
What is
Not including the fixes of all the, that's not in here, okay.
What's the intended budget to operate the pool? I mean, are we expecting to lose money? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, every year.
It's a public commodity.
Tim always told me if we can be under 100,000, he's happy.
It's not, well, we don't want it to lose money, but the
Right,
expectation
no.
is it's a public service to people, even though we charge for it to maintain it. It's, most of your pools are going to lose money unless they're in the cities, and they're, yeah.
Sure. So was this year bad, or was last year good, or a little bit of both?
This year was worse than last, but I wouldn't say it was horrible.
Is there, as you talk to other people in Rosewood pools, are they doing any types of other programs that we aren't doing that are new, they're ingenuitive, they're building revenue or doing something different, or is it, because it seems like we kind of do the same thing every year in terms of Adult Swim, Family Swim, and those things don't change. Is there something new that could drive people in that we haven't thought of yet, or is, I don't know.
Do we do any water aerobics?
No, we just talked about it before you walked in. No, you're fine. I'll just kind of recap. We had talked about the morning adult lap swim, and Tim and I had he'd kind of thrown around the idea of doing like a water aerobics. That's something that we would probably have to reach out to community ed to find someone to be an instructor for it, or willing to do it. They would probably have more of the knowledge of reaching out to people or finding someone or whatever it may be.
I know the ladies that used to do it at the hotel missed that a lot. I mean, that was very well attended there. It's an older group of ladies, but, and I don't know.
Can I ask, would that be something to do with the fact that it's indoor?
I don't know. I think, I mean, they did it year-round, so,
Okay, sure.
you know,
I have no problem doing it. Like I said, we have some of the stuff for it that, because they obviously did it at, I don't know when they did it.
we did it years ago, I remember when I was.
I believe it was like a morning class when they did do it.
Some of the things, just Google AI in it. Dine-in movie nights. So having like a projector up, having it open in the evening, watch a movie while you're in the pool. Food truck rallies. So maybe on those family fun nights, we get 4 or 5 food trucks into the parking lot.
Yep.
And it might drive people to come in more. So those don't cost us, like, it doesn't cost us anything
I know,
to do the food trucks.
Tim had, and I kinda wish he was here for this, 'cause I can't remember everything, but one of the things that stuck in my head was sponsor night.
Yeah, I remember that.
I guess I'm not real sure on how it all worked out, but he had said something about sponsor night and how, like, businesses would sponsor and be able to bring, you know, employees or staff and families, and he said the pool was packed. Now, I don't know the logistics of it or whatever, but that could be something we could
So
look
the
at.
businesses pay
Right.
to bring their employees and families. That'd be cool.
So that could be something we could look into.
Wasn't that one of the, discussion that would be done during Fair Week? Would be a good time to bring,
Well, that's when, I think Tim had brought up, like, McNeelius.
right,
You know,
or the folk, you know, Hy-Vee, big
Yep.
employer who's got family and kids. You know, you say Hardware Hank, well, I've got all senior citizens and high school kids and nobody can swim. So it'd be, but, you know, but, yeah, you know, they're gonna say, here's $2,500. You've got the pool to themselves and all their family.
you know, and that could be
Friends.
something that, you know, we could toy with, you know, we had talked about discounted rates during those times. Maybe we sit here and him and haw on whether, would discounted rates get enough people in,
See, I
or would sponsor night during those?
I think you get Festival in the Park and fair time, I can't see a discounted rate is gonna keep anybody, they're still gonna go to the fair.
Right.
They're still gonna walk around the festival, so they're not going to try this, I have to bring my swim trunks and then get my clothes and go get a corn dog.
So maybe could we do,
Those 2 nights might
sponsor
be
night?
sponsor weekends.
Yep,
As for, you know, both days for, you know,
Yep.
you know, like I said, it takes Hy-Vee or being some of the big employers. So you got a Saturday and a Sunday to yourself, this is what the cost is. You know, we can figure out with lifeguards and concession stand would be open.
yep.
And, you know, all you gotta do is, you know, how do they monitor that? I guess that's where, you know, Hy-Vee or whoever's gonna do it have to monitor themselves who's coming through that gate, not us. Just
Well, they would end up having to pay, I'm assuming they'd have to pay like a flat rate.
Yeah, you know, say it's $2,000 or something, $2,000 or $2,500, gets you the whole weekend, or gets you a whole day. And maybe some back-to-back for, you know, 2 different days, on Saturday's one group, Sunday's the other, but I can't envision, by dropping a rate on those 2 events, you're gonna gain more regular swimmers. I don't think you're gonna, it's gonna be the same.
Right.
I think those would be 2 times pools closed for private parties on these events. Kind of makes them go to the fair then, those people that don't want to just drop their kids off the pool and let us babysit or something, so.
I would suggest getting the next manager to have more of a social media presence for the pool. That's something they talk about, and these are all things that cost little to nothing, right? Having more social media, maybe having a TikTok page for the pool, or a Twitter page, like, it sounds silly to us, but that's what the kids wanna see.
Yeah.
Like, they want that kind of stuff, that's gonna encourage them to come. Maybe have one of the nights have volleyball or basketball in the pool. Might encourage some kids to come. Having contests while the pool's open, cannonball contests. From 4 to 5 on Tuesdays, we do a cannonball contest. You come in, the lifeguards judge it, get a prize. Doing a punch card is another option. Instead of just doing the full season pass or individual, maybe it's a 10 punch pass. Or what you get, buy 9, get 1 free. So even though they buy the 10, they might not punch all 9, right? But we still make a little bit that way, but if they do come that 9 or 10 times, they get something out of it. So it still feels like a deal to them. I don't know, I think we have to think outside the box, and if we're losing people to Rochester, which maybe that's part of it, because they've opened their pool and we're seeing our numbers go down a little. I know we were closed it a little bit, but we need to draw those people in. Because, has our pool changed in 10 years? No. I don't wanna say it gets stale,
I
but...
think we need to not necessarily focus on outside as much as to focus on repeated customers
Yeah.
within the community.
I think that'll bring people
I think-
in.
100%, I think the punch card's a great idea. That's something that's easy. And that's an easy, whatever, that's an easy gift for someone.
Yeah.
Rather than buying a season pass, you buy whatever, a punch card at
Say
a,
that.
you know,
Somebody would give that to
um,
somebody for you.
I really like the idea, we just gotta figure out the logistics, but the sponsor night for fair and festival. Heck with the, you know, the discounted rate, 'cause I agree, I don't know if that would actually draw in enough people to make it worth it. But I think if we could have, you know, like you said, Hy-Vee or Camtel or whatever,
Yeah, just trying to figure out,
get families, their families, a way to show their appreciation, and it's a time where they're gonna be at the fair anyway, so. The volleyball and basketball thing, there'll be a little money spent on our side to get that, you know, the net or whatever. But I don't see why that wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Put it in the 4-foot area, and
Yeah.
where does it say where our numbers were? Like, just overall numbers? Like, you said August drops quite a bit.
And that was just off,
Yeah. 'Cause that would
looking
be-
at like the Fumbrella and private
Yeah.
parties.
Maybe that's the time where we look at, if we had to do any type of a discounted rate, think of a clearance sale at your store. When does it happen? After the season's almost
Right.
over, right at the end.
Yep.
Maybe those last 2 weeks, we do a discounted rate to get more people in the door at the end. Maybe if we drop it $1, maybe we add 300 people. One thing I saw, and you're gonna hate the idea, is, end of the year, last day, bring your dog to the pool day.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. Tim brought that up, and I said absolutely not.
I'm just-
That
just,
is
yeah.
a maintenance nightmare.
Yeah, I'm sure, I know I'm teasing you
Absolutely
on
not.
that one, but yeah.
I will fight tooth and nail for that.
They had cardboard boat races, like, I'm just looking at different things, 'cause, I don't know, my wife does fundraising, organizing, and she's always like, well, what are you doing to bring people in more? And if we don't bring different things in, it's not gonna bring more people in.
Do theme nights, so like the family nights, every Friday is a different thing, and then you could have like special concession items each week, or...
They bring squirt guns?
can you bring like the fire department in one night where they'd have the fire trucks around it shooting water up and just coming over the top to...
I feel like I like that
Volunteer.
idea, but I feel like there's
I don't
gonna
think,
be some
Yeah.
legality, logistics with that. Honestly, I don't want to, what I don't want us to do is get all these ideas and try to go for too much right away. I would love to, for sure, punch card, for sure, festival and the fair sponsor nights, and then maybe try to toy around with that adult swim and maybe like the volleyball. I feel like that would be pretty easy to,
I think maybe if, with one of the family nights, try to do one food truck night. I think we discredit how many people like food trucks.
yep.
I think we could easily get a few if we just put the word out. I think you get the one by you to come for that. I think you'd get the one that goes into the other parking lot across the street. I think we'd see, you've got a former teacher downtown, across town that might come, like, you might get Mrs. Patty, you might get Mrs. Anderson with her shaved ice, like, don't have it the same time as the fair, obviously, but have it at a certain time, see who comes, and if it doesn't work, it bombs, we're out nothing, because
Right.
we're saying, hey,
It's a
come
challenge
sell
getting the food trucks to sign up.
So, basically, we're just promoting that there's gonna be a food truck at the...
Family night, food truck night, like, hey, bring your family, get a good dinner.
Yeah, nothing really changes as far as the pool aspect of it. It just...
But if it brings in 50 more people and you make another $350, what's the harm in it?
Sure.
And you spent 2 hours setting it up, I mean, there's your,
Well, is there an issue of having a food truck that hasn't had a license in the city of Casson come in?
Well, they have to have a license to be in town.
So it'd be just
That's
the
on
current
them.
ones that are, and you start bringing, I'm not to throw, I'm just trying to grab, like the Godfather's food truck come in, because they're here for the Big Iron or whoever it is, whatever pizza place, you know,
Well, yeah, they'll know the process to getting their license for that. They'll know all of that, so that they only do a weekend one, they'll know what the policy is. If they buy a year one, they'll know that too.
Most of those food trucks are licensed for the full year. Because it's cheaper to get licensed for a year than
for an event.
5 weekends, yeah.
And you'd like to get, 5, 6, 7 food trucks lining the parking lot. Would you have it on Seventh there, in front of the pool, or would you have it behind the
I
parking
think we
lot?
would do it in the parking lot.
We could figure that part out as once it gets going, if we even do it, like,
The
want
only thing-
electricity.
The only thing I don't like about it being like down Seventh is I wanna try to draw the people actually into the pool. Where if they're just going down Seventh.
Well, you could put them in the park again like you do for festival.
Yeah, well, I mean, we might have to with,
I was gonna say, you
Power plug.
you've got that new power pole now, so you could have them closer to the pool.
Yeah.
A lot of your food trucks don't have their own generators,
right.
so they're gonna have to have a power source, which
Yep.
is usually a 50 amp, so, I think you probably have to line them up.
And we do
on that
have some
basis.
on the parking lot, but,
I just think, as a parent, if I was like, hey, I can go get barbecue, and I can eat that, and my kid can swim for 2 hours, versus I can get cardboard pizza, I might go because there's a better meal on a Friday night, 'cause I don't wanna cook. I don't know, I'm just saying, maybe it brings...
Well, you throw the movie night out there too, you get to, I don't know if, Kurt Albrecht still does his movies in the park, but that might be, tie that into a movie on the food truck night.
Did the city buy a screen? They were talking about that, but did they purchase a screen or not?
I'd have to check with the Chamber of Commerce to see what they used. The city did not purchase one, but I don't know if the chamber
Maybe the chamber
purchased
did.
one.
Bring floaties, float in the water, and watch a movie. And if we already have a screen, all we're out is renting a movie.
So the only thing I think if you start doing food trucks, you're gonna have extra garbage cans up there.
Yeah.
Again, is the porta potties that we have for the ball fields enough for restroom facilities besides just the pool?
I mean, I
I mean, I'm just throwing, there's other, just,
I think what we have up there for restrooms and garbage cans is enough. We got 2 at the corner, 1 right by North One, the 2 public ones off the pool.
I'm just making it, because
Yep.
they're gonna say, okay, now that I got my plate, do I gotta walk way over here to throw my
The
stuff
only thing
away?
is that we would have to think about is maybe picnic tables. Which that's something, we can facilitate, like, if we know that we're gonna have food truck night, we can grab a handful of picnic tables right out of the pavilion and bring them up
Yep.
closer to the pool, so that people have somewhere to sit and...
Movie night is not a cheap thing to put on, I'm just gonna tell you, because we have to get the rights to show the, not to show the movie, but to advertise the movie. So like, our movie cost for the festival is approximately $450 to get, just for licensing. So that's not, I mean, there is money.
You can't legally just...
You can't just legally bring your own DVD and show it. I'm
What does
just-
this world come to?
I know,
Right.
but I'm just saying, because our movie night at the festival is over $1,000 by the time we pay
Yep.
for the screen, and then the $450 for the, you have to go through Swank Productions and get the permission to show that movie, and it's more the permission to advertise.
If you have a TV already in the pool, can you just have the TV running if you have cable?
I think it depends on what you show on there.
Like if you're just-
sporting events, you would probably need to pay a licensing fee for that.
So,
Like, if you wanted to show like a pay-per-view boxing event.
yeah,
for
because the
some
school
reason.
has ESPN running 24 hours to high school. Like, if we had 2 waterproof TVs attached somewhere, I'm really, like, you wanna bring people in, you gotta think outside the box. And they just show up and the TV's on, like, as a parent, when I sit there, you kinda get bored, because you're not really watching your kid in the pool. You're sitting there on your phone, but if they had a TV up there, it might draw you in.
Swing up
Turn
bar.
it into a sports bar.
I don't know, I'm just trying to think of,
In the,
Yeah.
in the past, the city did sponsor, we got sponsors to sponsor movies out there, at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's when Kurt Albrecht,
Right.
had his projector, we paid him You know, and I even think he got the movies, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Maybe just do one thing a month. Let's try for maybe one event,
Well, at least it is.
June and July.
Baby
We know-
steps.
Because we know August is not great,
Right.
so maybe we pick one day in June, a family night in June, make it the food truck one, and then something in July. Maybe it ties around 4th of July, or we can find something else we can do. Maybe we dye the pool red, white, and blue.
And then it'd be great to have a manager that had some drive to do these things that don't cost anything.
Yeah.
Like spring contests or,
Mhm.
give them the, hey, you have your choice to do these fun things.
Yeah.
Come up with ideas and try them out,
The swim contests, like at the campground, are huge. I mean, you get all ages to participate. And so, I mean, and those, like your cannonball contest, that doesn't cost anything. But there's, if you buy some of those inflatable things too that aren't real expensive, those are hilarious, you get adults doing that. A lot of times they're not.
Well, I think we're on track to, in the agreeance that we need to find things
create some
to have fun and promote more. It's just, now we gotta like start to, I guess, you know what, that'll be everyone's goal. Let's start to think about things. Next time we meet, let's actually have some realistic ideas,
Red, white, and blue pool.
and we can start diving into what we want to actually try to approach for next year. I think the
When do
waterproof,
we have to have it, like, if we were gonna advertise it in the community, when do we have to have it to them? Or to get it?
Uh,
Is it December or
for the
February?
spring, it's like December, yes. So we better get booking.
Yeah.
What is it now?
Kept him.
So if we come with ideas in October, that would give us enough time. We say we're doing the food truck thing, that gives us 6 months to find food trucks.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 3, that's food trucks.
The potato.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, and maybe we close the concession stand that day so that people spend money at the food trucks to help the food trucks. Because they're gonna be like, why would I be open if you're still gonna serve food?
Right.
We save money because we're not paying those kids to run the concession stand, and then we,
I
yeah.
agree, I don't think the concession stand should be open, because we don't want to invite food trucks if they're not gonna do well. And then they won't.
Well, and I don't think just one time, I think you get a food truck in June, food truck in July,
I don't know.
I think we need to try it out first before we start, booking too much, I'd like to see how it goes, for sure do it 1 or 2 months, but I'd like to see how it goes before we start. I don't wanna have all these food trucks, or, maybe we're thinking too high, thinking that we're gonna get 6, 7 food trucks or whatever, but I just don't wanna have all these folks come in expecting something, and then, we don't provide for them, and at the same sense, we don't get anything out of it
So it's a
either.
case of get ahold of food trucks first, see if they're interested, and if they wanna book a spot on a date
Yeah.
that we've pre-selected, then at that point, we know we could advertise it.
So everybody's assigned to a food truck.
I'll call Mrs. Patty.
Go ask them when you go get some food and see what they say.
Are we in agreement though that we should do the punch cards?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I think
That
that's
advertising
a for
there, too.
sure.
I think that's a great idea. And I think if we put a note in the, with the, great gift idea and, are we gonna do 9 punches, 1 free?
That's something we could decide later
Yeah.
too, 'cause I don't know how much you'd even charge for them. 'Cause we'd have a certain price we charge for a season, we charge certain for an individual time. There has to be an incentive to buy it a little bit, I would say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause one of the incentives is you're just spending less than you are to get a full pool pass.
Right.
I mean, it's like the golf course does the punch cards too.
Yeah.
The 10th one's free, or, whether it's for a cart rental or greens fee and a cart, I don't know how it's all set up, but we'll have to figure out the logistics. I 100% think we will move forward with the punch card.
I think we should have them ready before Christmas. I really do. I would, for us, that are gone all the time in the summer, punch card would be great for us. Because we don't do the pool pass because we would never use it enough.
Right.
So, I would probably
It's
get
better
pool-
than paying, you know, the daily fee, 'cause you think you're gonna go more than 10 times or whatever, so the punch cards, you gotta make sure that it's worth them buying it. There's, like you said, there's incentive to purchase the card.
Or we keep the price the same and the last one's free. So there's your savings.
Yeah.
So if people don't go all the time, at least we've made the money back on it. If they go one extra time, they get in free, one
Yeah,
time.
I think that's very fair.
I don't know. I'm just
We
rattling ideas.
We can get to the nitty-gritty and spitball more ideas.
Run it by Tim.
I think that we're all in agreement that we should move forward with the punch card, but, yeah, I'll run it through Tim and we'll talk about ideas, and then we'll revisit that, you know, the next meeting.
I'll
How
talk.
can we advertise that if we were to do it before Christmas?
We could do it in like the newsletter that goes out with the bill.
Facebook.
And we can put it on city's Facebook page. There's plenty of ways to get it out there.
Is Christmas in Casson still happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're, yes,
We used to do something
but they've
with that.
partnered with Manorville to where we're not gonna overlap times to where Manorville and Casson always had
Everything going on at the
at
same
the same time, so they've now,
It'd be great to be selling them out there.
have something to where it's gonna be,
Like cohesive, like everyone's working.
so you're gonna be in Casson and you're gonna be in Mayo. I think the Casson, instead of starting at 9 or 10 AM, is gonna be like at 1 PM. Because we always have the deer, and we always, you know, and then Dodge Center has something going on, and Vanderbilt tries to put on. So, yeah, so Casson and Vanderbilt have joined. I remember reading the email, I'm not on the committee, but, you know, they've partnered to work both communities together, because they're gonna have the trolleys going,
Yep.
again, so you could hit both towns in the same day and not miss something. So they do have that going. And it's the first weekend in December.
So if we could sell them, that would be really great.
If we could get them in time and...
So the punch ticket, if there's 10 per card, you're gonna sell a lot less yearly passes.
maybe, or might sell less daily passes, or both, we don't.
This could
I know,
go
I
either way.
I would like you to run it by Tim and see what he thinks.
Yep,
If he thinks monetarily it's gonna be worse for us, then we don't do it.
right.
If he sees a benefit to it, then we talk about it the next meeting. But if he says this is not a good monetary use of the pool funds, he doesn't think it's gonna work, well, then I don't think we move forward.
Right. I'm fine with that.
Just because he's gonna know enough of that where I trust in him as our city administrator to, if he was here, he'd be telling us what he thinks.
Yeah,
It was his idea with the business nights, like,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, and I
He's
think-
got some ideas, but we don't wanna lose money and we don't wanna lose people, we are just trying to find a different way to bring them in. That's a good point.
I mean, because you're gonna lose something somewhere, and the only reason I'm saying is, you eliminate the family pass, and now you have the punch card. Because like in your case, you didn't get, why didn't you get it? Because you didn't,
We don't go enough.
you know, you
Kids that
didn't
go to
use it
like
up, so-
JLH and
Right.
PK, they seem like they're there all the time.
Okay,
Well, like, and for the punch card's gonna be for an individual.
Yeah.
We won't be selling it, you know,
family.
for a family.
Gotcha, okay.
We would
Yep,
just
that makes sense.
sell it as an individual pass. Yeah,
There's kind of two punch cards. One is you pre-purchase 10 daily passes, or there's the buy 9, get 1 free. Buy 9, get 1 free seems like a winner no matter what.
yeah,
We only do one of them, we don't do both.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep,
But
so,
this-
we'll have to get the logistics as far as like, okay, you're gonna buy a punch card, but you're gonna pay for 9, you know, daily fees.
passes.
But that 10th punch is your free one, you
And
know?
could it be digital? Can that site that does the pool passes have something on there, or does it have to be like a
You'll have to
little
talk to-
punch card?
You'll have to
That,
talk
that,
to
that,
our ID
that
department.
staff have, because if you give it to a kid, they're gonna lose it. So if you have it in-house, if it's
Unless
online.
there's some way that we can record that.
Yeah,
you
just
know,
have it in a,
We,
yeah.
so-and-so has it, I don't know.
Leave it at the pool
But
and they
at the
just
same sense,
punch when they
like,
come.
we have to hold people accountable to hang on to their stuff.
Yeah. Just like
I get their kids and, but it's,
when we were kids, they gave us lunch tickets. Now they have lunch codes. Why? Kids lost their lunch tickets. If they house them at the pool, then it won't be an issue. I'm Billy, I've got a punch card.
we'll get to that point.
Yeah.
We're getting too far into it.
it's a lot to think about. So maybe there's a different pool that does it, that's another thing, maybe you just see if any pools do it and then ask them what they
I could
do.
reach out.
If someone's already built the wheel, why do we wanna recreate it? Let's just do the same thing.
On a positive note, it looks like we spent less on wages this year by 10%, 15 grand or so.
Not from closing?
Probably. And sending, you know, I was real adamant about,
Good management of personnel.
I was real adamant about if you're not working, send them home.
Yeah, that's good.
I still see that, you know, I'll walk in there and it's tons of kids in there working on the clock. And I understand that you can't send them home because you don't know
You
what...
might get an influx of kids coming in.
Yeah.
Is the pool clean enough for those kids to still be there? I'm asking because if they could be doing something else,
They definitely can be.
besides
And that's-
sitting on their thumbs and goofing around and walking.
That's where I really stress upon having that adult figure. We were all kids at one time, and we all screwed off on our first jobs. There's no question about it. That's why I really think it would be nice to have an adult figure there to push them to get out and sweep this, get out and do that.
If you don't plan to do that, you're the first one that gets asked to go home early.
It's funny because as soon as someone in high-vis yellow walks in there, everyone starts to look busy. When you know, we're not idiots, we know.
It's like when the boss comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, look busy. All right. Well, a lot of good ideas.
We need a motion for the punch card?
Let's have Tim,
Review
talk to
first.
Tim and then bring it back
First,
to
and then
us
we'll-
at the
Okay.
next meeting. And so bring our ideas to him, see which ones, throw them on spaghetti on the wall and see which ones stick. Because I don't wanna make a motion to approve it and then he goes, this is not gonna work.
You set up a meeting with Tim, I wouldn't mind being included if you wanna start talking about this stuff.
Absolutely. Yep,
Okay.
I'll
See what he
send you a
says.
message, yep.
Okay, good. All right. Old business, Northeast Playground update.
So we can make this last part pretty quick. It's done,
It is done.
it's getting used a lot.
Yes.
We didn't even have it full, we had the modular fully installed and opened it as soon as the concrete dried and
Yep.
kids were playing on it while we were trying to get the spinners and the swing set up, which I love. Actually got a couple thank yous for some of the young kids, so that was cool. We have plans we got some benches from Mark Packard from the Lions Club. Those will eventually go in. I'm not gonna say this year, we're just trying to get caught up on everything else. We have plans of a couple trash cans going in up there too. But no, it's done. I'm really
That's good.
impressed. I'm very happy to be part of that project and to have what I've done to it. So, I'm excited.
Good. Yeah.
I will say I was the first person to go down the enclosed line. It helped me.
Okay.
You have to test it.
Yeah, you do have to test them.
So yeah,
All right.
we're good to go with that, and we're excited. We are adding more wood chips to it this year. I'll be getting another load, but it's at the requirement that it needs right now.
All right, good.
Do you think you could get the garbage cans sooner than later?
No, because they're like $1,000, $2,000 a piece. Yeah. I had talked about, we're kinda discussing, my guys and I are discussing about, there's some out at the youth football field that we feel maybe we could utilize at Northeast better than at the youth football field. You're talking about, what, a month or two that they're used at the youth football field? So
Yeah.
there's 2 of them.
They're just sitting there right now.
And we could probably get we could get normal trash barrels out there for youth football. yes, they're not as appealing, but
Short term.
short term.
Yep. All right, inclusive swing.
So we have excavated the site, we have built the framing, I have hung the wheelchair swing from the frame. We obviously haven't installed it yet, just kinda wanted to get it put together to see what it would look like. I mean, it's pretty basic. I'm hoping this week we might be able to get the holes augured and concrete the frame in. I'm still working with a company on whether they're donating the concrete for the sidewalk up to the swing, but that has to be poured at like 4 inches lower than the existing concrete, because we have to have poured in place on top of that. So, I mean, we're moving along.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that, I don't think it's a make or break whether that, 1 cubic yard of that concrete is donated or not. I don't think it's gonna make a difference too much as far as price-wise. Yeah, it's gonna maybe hinder us on getting some of those standalone features if that's still a possibility, but that'll be done hopefully here pretty soon. So, pretty excited about that too.
All right, KVM update.
I really don't have too much on that right now.
We're meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, so, I know, go ahead, Ryan.
I was just gonna say, I had someone in town reach out to me, Travis Berge, if you know Travis.
Yep.
Brooks' brother, wondering about the 4th of July, and I don't know if we've talked about trying to tie something in with the 250th birthday of the United States this year. Is that the right number?
Yep.
250, and maybe incorporating something with that at the park to kind of bring up the memorial again, and see if we can get some people to attend that. And so he had some ideas, so if I could pass his phone number to you.
Yeah, I'll take his phone number.
I'll give it to you. He texted me the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you his phone number.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I know, yeah.
I know that we did a 9/11 thing up at the Veterans Memorial
Mhm.
Park.
Well attended.
Chuck, we
We had the banner up
we
there.
hung the banner up
I
there.
did get a couple questions about it.
You guys were at the fair.
Right there.
I actually was talking with John Hanson at Castle Laser Graphics. We were kind of shooting the breeze a little bit. He had talked about the Rev thing that they have started, whatever, with the city of Casson. That was through a grant, but he had told me that they hired someone to help them organize the classes, their Facebook pages. So that was something that I actually reached out to Ian and talked about if he has any avenues on us hiring someone to get us to push for the big donations. I don't think any of us are really super comfortable with going to businesses and trying to, ask for that, or how do we even start with that? So that was kind of one of the things that I want to bring up to the group tomorrow is, is there someone out there or a way that we can maybe hire someone to help us get over the hump of where do we go to get these larger donations? How do we approach it rather than just writing grants and crossing our fingers and hoping?
Yeah, we have everything in place, website and all that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, we're ready
we have
to go.
started money, we're ready to go, but now, how do you
We're
get
in a
to
lull,
the point where it's like, okay, what are we gonna do now?
and I don't want to stay in that lull.
No, 'cause
I
then we'll
know-
get stuck.
Travis, from Olson Monument told me that that's what happened with Byron, is they kinda got everything together and then they got into that lull and, I'd just like to try to do our best to avoid that and just keep pushing for that donations and making our presence, so. I mean, let's be real, the stand at the fair or the festival, it gets our name out there, but that's not what we're relying on to get donations.
Right,
Is
right.
there blocks or is there something built into the memorial that people can purchase? I mean,
Yes.
individual-
Yeah.
Yep.
we advertise that real well, or?
Not yet.
That hasn't been advertised because I don't wanna start advertising that until we know we can afford the monument itself. You know what I mean? I just don't wanna start having people give us money for a plaque for their loved one if we don't even know if we're gonna be able to get the monument.
And it won't be till 4 or 5 years down the line, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, 'cause they'll be sitting there waiting and say, okay, where is it, where is it? And it's like, oh, shoot.
And Greg might be able to answer this. Like Hy-Vee, they ask you to round up for whatever they're sponsoring.
Diabetes.
And it seems like every month it's something different.
Yep.
Whenever I see Scott Larson, he's always asking me to round up for something. Is there a way to get into that, or how much does that cost, or how do you get into that where a business in town could say, hey, do you want to round up for this memorial? I don't know, is that something we could do? Who do we contact? Is there certain rules that apply to it? How long it can happen? Like, if I'm at the grocery store and they're like, hey, do you want to round up 35 cents for this? I always say yes. When I go to Goodwill, they're always like, hey, can you round up to help these people get jobs? Sure. And I'm sure it adds up really fast, because nobody thinks about 50 cents here, 60 cents here, but you get 500 people to go to Hy-Vee in one day, and they each round up 50 cents, you're making money every day. So I don't know how that works. I'm just wondering
I
if
get what
that...
you're saying, but I almost wonder if that's not like a nationwide
That's what I'm
thing.
wondering.
And I don't know, 'cause, you know, you get the point of sales, you know, just about every one of those is, you know, and that's all credit card, that's not cash.
Yeah.
You know, and that's gotta be tracked through a point of sale system automatically as a trigger.
Yeah, so I don't know if
So
that's
there's programming
something...
involved and,
Maybe we reach out to Hy-Vee and say, how do you guys pick this? Do you have certain places you have to? Is it regional? Is it state? Is it national? Like, how do you determine that? And how can, if we can get on there, how do we do that? If they're like, no, you can't do that with us, we do this with nationwide branches, oh, that's fine, okay, no big deal. But it can't hurt to ask, because I guarantee you they're bringing in a good chunk of change every day to help support whatever they're supporting.
yeah, well, they round up 3% for credit cards, so there's probably still a flag to do it for everything else.
Yeah.
And then it's easier than putting a little box in front of it and saying, hey, fix our school, like, let's...
Because not
actually-
everybody has the cash. If they don't,
Yeah.
pay by credit card, I have nothing to put in that box.
Like, then it's already, you're already getting charged, you already know it, you don't even think about it.
Who at Hy-Vee is actually running Casson Hy-Vee?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can figure that out.
Might know some
Okay.
people. Yeah. Couldn't hurt to just see if that's something we could do.
Yeah.
And if it can't be Hy-Vee, maybe one of our other businesses in town would wanna sponsor a month of it.
Well, I mean, even if we could do that, I don't know if there's any reason that we couldn't do it at the liquor store, but as far as legality issues or
How it
whatever.
works,
But
like a tip.
that would be my
I think it's
first
that
place.
software issue.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know how
Hy-Vee's
you
got the
would,
program, and we can piggyback on it, great, if not, then yes.
Yeah.
Just
And I can check with my Epicor system and say, okay, there's gotta be, 'cause
have
there's
they
some pretty
ever
big
approached
stores.
you for that stuff?
No, but I think it's gotta be something, and I would think in all the computer software, there's probably turn on some flags and pay a fee to get it done and how to track it, and then when you do track it, is it, you know, obviously we don't collect sales tax, so that's, you know, because it's a donation. But how do I take that off my accounting books at the end of the month to say this is the money I took? So remove it, I gotta write a check to somebody, I mean, it's a full circle, I'll check with my Epicor.
Yeah, I don't know, I just, maybe we have some of the businesses that can do it, try, or maybe we sponsor one every couple months, or they sponsor, I don't know, it's just, we don't wanna go stale, maybe we gotta, if we wanna ask businesses and they can't donate, but they can help us find a way to get donations, that'd be great.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll,
I'm full of ideas today, I'm not saying they're good ones, so, my wife would probably tell me the truth, so.
What's in the fund right now?
What's it, 43,000, roughly 40.
That's pretty good, though, for a year, right? We've been doing this for a year and a half?
Pretty close, yeah. Most of it's from the Legion, though.
Yeah, that's the
A couple
only-
of golf tournaments
Yeah. And maybe the Legion could be that one where
Well, here's the deal.
you don't wanna take the tips from people.
Me and Chuck had met with the Legion, and I think they're at the point where they're discouraged until they see someone else.
More
doing it.
progress, yeah.
They are very adamant and excited that we're doing
Oh,
this
they're very, yeah.
project,
Yeah,
but they don't wanna be the only contributors.
they've done a lot for our community.
So I have no, I have the faith that they're gonna give us more, they just wanna see us collect from someone else before
That's
they.
fair, yeah.
Have the Lions given us anything?
I don't think, they.
I have on reserve benches from the Lions, so when we do start building, we are gonna get some benches. And, previously, and I have to get with Ryan Burgess on this, he said some of the profits from festival and from Marigold Days we were gonna get. So, from their food truck. But I got to get back with them and see what happened. But, and then, I know I personally couldn't be up at the festival this year, and thank you for letting me bow out, but we did have the banner up on the pool, fence, and the Lions did collect some money. So, not a whole lot. I have a collection box up at the liquor store I check once a week. And in the beginning, it's looking pretty good, but now it's just getting the change and dollars. So I don't know about collection boxes in businesses or anything like that. I don't want,
Well, like I said, a lot of people aren't paying cash.
They're not
They don't
paying
have it.
cash, they never,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's such a, minimal,
Wallet, I just use my phone on everything.
why the Red Kettle and Salvation Army now has a scanned QR code to donate. People just don't have cash in their hand.
Maybe a QR flyer to put in the bags at the grocery stores, or stores, 'cause sometimes when I go to the grocery store, there's 2 or 3 flyers in there. They used to do that back when it was Erdman's. I don't know if they still do it with Hy-Vee would let
I
you.
don't know if Hy-Vee does that.
I don't know.
They have, because they, didn't let us put it in there, some vegetable things, but they just weren't very good about putting it in the bag.
yeah.
They saw stamps on the end of the counter, like, Bergman's always was really good about that, but maybe we could try it.
Have all our bigger businesses in town, local businesses. Can't donate, could you have this out and available, QR code for us? Takes you to the, whatever way we collect the fund money, I don't know, PayPal, Venmo, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a QR code set up or not?
Is it on that
For
banner?
Venmo,
It's on the banner?
no, because the banner was created before we had the,
But could we get?
It's on the website.
Letter with the QR code?
we could probably send them out in the end of the monthly bill newsletter for the city, absolutely.
Do we have an online presence? Facebook for it? I know it seems silly, but when you put it online, people see it more.
Right, I don't
I don't
know if
believe
we-
so.
Then we can put renderings, updates, like, give people like, hey, we're running this event this weekend, we're gonna be at this place, or, so it's, then you just throw it on Spotted and Casson. Hey, update on this, here's our Facebook page, we're gonna be there this week. I know it's more work, but that's free work.
Right.
'Cause you're, 10 minutes of your time once a month, put an update on there. Keeps people aware that you're doing this. Because if you're only going out to events, they don't see you at the event, they might forget it's happening.
Yep. I've always personally, I've always found it kinda hard to, hey, can I borrow $10, or can I do this and that and that? But now I'm looking for 250,000, and it's like, okay.
Might be easier to have it on a QR code and say, hey, and instead of asking, we're not asking directly, we're just putting it in an envelope or something,
Yeah.
or a bag, yeah.
How often does the city reader board by the creek get updated or changed, or how easy is that?
I don't know how well that would, I don't know, that's a good question for maybe Tim. I don't know how often it gets changed, or if it has the capabilities to have that kind of stuff on
You know,
it.
'cause I know there's different qualities of this,
Yeah.
'cause I get my marquee board out there, I can, light that up pretty good with lots of different stuff, but, in this case, the city one by the creek is, they get the same traffic that goes by my place.
Yeah,
at one point, I think they were talking to Daktronics on updating that.
Yeah, I think as of right now, the computer that it primarily was on got switched out recently, so we need to reinstall the software in order to connect to it. Because right now it's just the date.
Just a loop?
And, yeah, it's the date and then just advertising city council meeting. That's all it's playing.
So it's the point, this is a case where you get a marquee and you get 10,000 cars driving by there a day. And that was a survey, road survey they did like 8 years ago. You know, fundraiser, you know, so much you could just get in a split second. Oh, they got this going on. Oh, that's kinda cool. You know? Just, you know, not saying everything costs money, obviously, and those reader boards aren't cheap either, so. But just seeing what that would have been.
It would be cool if we had the money, is that big old billboard that's sitting up there. We could just put an
the
advertisement
lumberyard?
on that
The
thing,
lumberyard?
just do it, yeah.
Did they close?
Yeah, they're out of
Yeah,
business.
I thought so.
So that's a big property, to see whatever's gonna happen with that down the road.
Outdoor gym, Rios maybe.
It's a big property. So, I can envision, you know, housing development of an apartment complex again.
Hopefully they pave it.
Anything else?
I don't
on the-
know, that's,
Okay.
I think a QR code would really be good at looking into, because even if you have to make more flyers, you can have a QR code right on your flyers.
Mhm.
I can see guys, you know,
I mean, we have the QR code, so,
if we could get that printed on something and even say, next year's the festival, you hand it out for free, you know?
Mhm.
I mean,
Maybe-
people are all about QR codes and simple,
Veterans Day, all the schools do a program, have it there. Like, let's have somebody at each school if we can.
Buchanan's been working with us to do a program
Yep.
for that.
Seems like reaching more people is, because how many people don't even know that this is going on? Most everybody, right?
Is it legal to put them in someone's mailbox?
no.
No, it's
I
not.
think that's a federal offense.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like, you know, people walk by and put their advertisements in there, I didn't know.
can't.
Hang on your door now, but they can't put it in your mailbox.
Well, I was gonna say, 'cause you have in October, we have the middle school kids all do their service project, their common time project. Maybe we have a door flyer that they walk around and just put on doors. So, 'cause there's no leaves in October anymore. They go around, put them on a bunch of doors with a QR code, and then that's their service project to get people aware of it again.
Because that's one of the for the, you know, just the door thing, that's just a single, those I can't imagine would be really expensive.
Well, we actually have the punch for those here,
Yeah.
the city.
So I don't know, maybe that's something, you get a couple of, like, talk to John, see if there's a couple classes that don't wanna rake leaves but wanna go on a walk, and just put them on some doors in northeast or northwest Casson, and
I think that's a great idea.
'cause it gives the kids something to do, and they're gonna walk to the grocery store anyway. They walk by 200 houses, they put them on 200 houses as they go. They don't have to go talk to anybody, they don't gotta disturb anyone, they're not in your yard.
Yeah, wait till the Ring doorbell goes off.
Yeah. Ding dong ditch for...
The Ring camera.
I don't know, just some ideas as we get closer to Veterans Day, 'cause I know we have really good programs at our schools, and that's free advertising right there. And the elementary does an
Well, could
amazing
you
program.
do something at like a halftime or in between breaks on some of the sporting events? You know, in between the volleyball games, the first, second, and third set, or halftime of a basketball game or volleyball, you know, saying, you know, somebody's got to sit on a mic saying, by the way, if you got a flyer when you walked in and sat down, this is you know, something that we're, you know, raising money for the Festival of Memorials. If you want to hit the QR code and donate, now's a good time to do it. You're getting so many more community people, whether they're in the community or not. I guess it's, you know, give or take, but it's just another venue to have a flyer when they walk in. You know, you got your ticket, yep, here's a flyer.
It's that first Tuesday, it's the Tuesday of MEA. Tuesday of MEA, so the third week in October, I think.
So that's the week of our meeting.
Let's see.
Or have a helicopter drop.
So it would be
10,000
the
flyers
14th,
around the
I
city.
believe. Wait, let me see, it might be the 21st, actually.
Coming in the air, it's money,
Um,
wait, yeah, put it on the back of a fake
Picture
dollar bill.
retake day.
Right?
Community Service Day is the 14th of
On the
October.
backside's a QR code to donate.
We also do one at the end of the year too, an
I
all-day
can go
common day,
on
that's
this
more
one.
of a fun one. So that, I don't think kids are gonna wanna, for fun, walk around and put them on there, but this one, you might get 4 or 5 classes. Even my class, we walk to Prairie Meadows and we go play bingo. On our walk down, we could throw them on a few doors on the way. Like, easy to do.
Okay. Good ideas.
Is it asking too much to get them ready by October 14th?
We'll have to see. We'll talk about it tomorrow and see what happens.
See what the cost is, and if you think it's gonna bring in some money, if it's gonna outweigh the cost, it's not a bad thing. And it gets the word out again. And you don't have to go out and do all the door knocking. And if they see a kid do it, they might be like, oh, the kids are doing it, we should donate. It's for the kids.
For the
Depends on the
kids.
kid.
Yeah. Good point.
So, all right. Correspondence, anybody?
I just had someone reach out about, well, one was about baseball fields, again, looking for another field for sports, so be on the lookout, that's gonna come up again, maybe if it's even just an infield, they were like, well, what if we just get an infield set up for infield practice? So you can do fly balls anywhere, but infield's different. And then one group entity that really likes frisbee golf was wondering if they could either help redesign our current frisbee golf area, they would plan it all out, map it all out for us to make it more inclusive for those big frisbee golf people. I've done it once, so I don't really know anything about it, but we've got people in town that really love it and go to Rochester and they come here and it's just not as, they think it could be designed differently, but they would do all the work and help, or even if it could move to Manorville. So, I don't know if we wanna make it better, if we end up putting something else in that space for future use, like soccer or baseball or something, repurposing that, 'cause we know there's a need for it still, so. That's all people were asking me about this last month. And I told them they could come here and speak, but I think the meeting we were gonna have, they couldn't make it, or got canceled or something, so.
Well, I know that the Frisbee Golf Course was designed by, I'm gonna say a pro from Rochester, or whoever it was, when he came in and helped Ronnie, you know, so this is how you wanna lay it out, but, you know, probably there's some overgrowth on some of the stuff around there now that's probably hindered some things, or, yeah, I don't know if
Have a
that,
walk
I don't even remember
course,
that gentleman was, so. But, yeah,
I did see people on the course this last weekend.
Yeah, it's getting used, so that's good. So if it's getting used, we don't wanna lose it, but, yeah. That's all I had.
Okay. Well, I need a motion to adjourn then.
Make the motion.
And a second, we have a motion and a
next,
second. Next meeting will
meeting
be...
is October 15th.
October 15th. Next meeting is October 15th, all right.
We wanna, it's on a Wednesday,
16th,
14th?
14th?
14th.
Maybe I looked at my thing wrong.
This is the second.
I was trying to look
Is it
ahead.
the second?
Oh, is it the second?
Second Tuesday or the third?
Third.
21st.
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 Okay, so it pushes it back. I probably looked at the first.
As much as I wanna see all of you multiple times in 1 month.
21, okay.
We have a motion and a second.
Now I'll say aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Oh, all right. Have a good night.
Sorry to put so much on your plate, Ben.
No.
There's a lot of discussion.